Hello there, Spartacus Wainham here. We're going to play some Jumpman on the Atari 800, a classic game on a classic computer. Although more precisely, I'm going to play it and I'm bringing you along for the fun, because that's just what we do here. It's fun, or something like that, right? Let's play. Press Option key. Press Start to play. For those not familiar with the Atari 800 computer series, they actually had, in addition to all the regular keys you'd expect on a computer, they had, well, a Start button and an Option button and a Select, some, those sorts of things. Number of players, that would be, well, all of us, really, wouldn't it? A very classic puzzle platformer game. Now, this is certainly a fun game on the Commodore 64, and it's also a fun game here on the Atari 800. It has a slightly different feel to it on the Atari 800, and you have to be careful. When you're on a ladder, like here, and you get to the top of the ladder, you don't want to try to keep climbing up, because if you do, you'll fall off the ladder, which is not good in this game. In the Commodore 64 version, that doesn't happen. I believe this version was created first, so that's just something that they perhaps didn't think about when creating this version. Robots 1. So we'll just play the game a little bit and see how far we can get. Now this level here is tricky because as you collect the doodahs, the robots move about the level. And you have to make sure to avoid them. Someone should make a modern Jumpman game, and yes, before you begin saying, "Oh, but Spartacus, someone has made a more modern Jumpman game." I know they have. You can stop talking like that now. But what I was going to say is someone should make a modern Jumpman game in which, instead of collecting these little balls of whatever, you collect boobahs. For those familiar with the television series that came after the Teletubbies, the most magical and delightful of boobahs. This is a rather simple one here. It's just a matter of avoiding things properly. Oh. Such as that. That's a perfect example of the need to avoid things on this level. Otherwise, just start at the top on each side and work your way through, my friends. Work your way right through, just like this here. If you jump and land, or touch, I should say, another platform, as you just saw, you will climb up onto it, which is a wonderful mechanic and actually quite satisfying to do, I might add. There are many things that are satisfying to do. That's just one of them. Because this game is the sort of jumpy-wumpy puzzle platformer that it is, it helps to have a gamepad or joystick that is good and precise. So if you happen to have one, pat yourself on the back or wherever you choose, because that's the best way to play the game. Right, this one's a bit trickier here. Jumping blocks on this one, it is exactly as it sounds. They are these blocks that go bang and zip around. If one of them touches you, it makes you jump. But the best way to defend against that is to be jumping already when it hits you, because if you are in the air when one of them touches you, it will not make you jump because you're already mid-jump. By the way, if you are enjoying this thing of beauty, then certainly give the video a like or an upvote or whatever the equivalent is on the platform you're watching this on, and also be sure to subscribe. Because subscribing is wonderful. It really is. And now we just come this way and collect the last bit. And there we go! We are victorious! Of course, this is just the beginning level. You could see at the beginning of the game there are multiple difficulty sections you could choose from. Each difficulty section has a different grouping of levels to play through. These are the beginner levels. This is one of them. This one happens to suck. Why does it suck, you may ask? Hello, Spartacus, why does this one suck, eh? Well, because these bats become active as you work your way around the level, as you have just seen. You have seen it for yourself. You have been educated on the subject. So, these bats become active. They chase you around the level. It rather sucks. You have to do your best to avoid them. That one bit right there at the top of the screen, the very tippity top one, we are going to get that one last. Why, you may ask? Because when you get that one, the floor beneath it disappears. It's a bit of a hello, here's a present for you thing. So we'll save it for last, so that it doesn't matter. Right. Now, as long as we continue our stellar... don't mess up here there, old boy. Our stellar bit of playing, we can be victorious. Oh, this one. With this one, when you hit the button rather than jumping, you go bang. That's a scientific term there, as it is. And why do you do that? Well, because you have these UFOs, right? And, it's being coy. There we go, that's what happens, right? So you do that, get some extra points, or, rather than hanging around and doing that and getting extra points, whoop, you can just get the thing and win. Alright, Grand Puzzle 1. In this one here, the level changes around a bit as you play it, if I remember correctly. Yes, see, now we're holding a bit of ladder. You would think that would be significant. I assure you it's not. It's just for aesthetic reasons, whatever, because you cannot use that piece of ladder to get up the ladder that's right there. It doesn't do anything. It's a bit of faff, it is. It's all... So you just carry it around with you, it doesn't matter. Where's the... all right, there it is. I heard it, but I did not see where it was. Oh. Have to make sure we avoid those bits, eh, what? Careful now. Over here we go. For the grand victory that we have worked so hard for. And the other ones on the top you can't get, so it doesn't make you, because you can't get them. It's the way the level's designed. Builder. Oh, it's been a bit of a time since I played this one. Right. This one, the level changes around a bit as well, actually. Even more so, perhaps, than the one we just played. So, we'll do our very, very best to be magical. Magical, wonderful magic people of magic. So that we may collect all the collectibles. Right, that's what you think there, eh, little bangy bit, eh? Come over this way. Quickly jump on here. Oh, see, now that happens. We weren't perfectly aligned because the game just didn't... You saw, we jumped on the thing, we weren't perfectly aligned, therefore, the thing kicked us off. That's rather annoying because we were doing so splendidly, but that's okay because we're still doing splendid. And there we go, though. That is the beginning set of levels on Jumpman for the Atari 800. An absolute classic. Classic, I tell you. Game. Enjoy the animation. You've earned it. Top score. Don't mind if I do. A little bit of, no, is it going to make us use the joystick to select? Oh, rather than, there's a keyboard on the computer, so why make us use a joystick to select the letters? Fine. Good enough. There we go. That's Jumpman. The beginner levels for the Atari 800 8-bit computer. I hope you have enjoyed. Again, if you have, please do remember to upvote, like, subscribe, follow, all those wonderful things. And join us again next time for more video shenanigans and such things as that. That's a magic.